Let's talk a little bit about the new Pentax KP camera. Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mathe from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about a new camera announced from Pentax Ricoh Imaging. Now I have to tell you that this camera is very interesting. It's an APS-c size camera and we can call it the small K1. Now I don't know if you know guys, but I used to be a Pentax user for a pretty long time, and I have to tell you that deep in my heart, I have a, I don't know, I have a good feeling about Pentax cameras. I love Pentax cameras for some reason. I don't know why is that. I used to use the Pentax K5 and the KR. These two cameras I used to own. Both of them, they were APS-c size cameras. And that was like, I don't know, like 6 years ago, something like that. I think it was 6 years ago, something like that. So I have to tell you that I used to love my cameras. The Pentax cameras, I would say they are the best built cameras in digital SLR, like DSLR style, period. There is no other camera in this planet which is built in such a way like the Pentax cameras. They are rugged, they are weather sealed. You can put them in the dust, you can put them in the wind, in the water, wherever you want. They are okay. And this was the situation with my K5 as well and the KR. You know, I used to almost beat nails in the wall with the camera. You know, it was still no problem. So the new camera, you know, the Pentax KP, it was announced and it will be on the market soon. So I think it's pretty exciting camera, because if we look at the specifications, you know, I know that Pentax cameras, they are great image quality. I know that. If you check the Pentax K1, you know, and even the K3 Mark II, you know, they are great cameras, you know, great cameras. Now let's talk a little bit about the new KP. So it's a 24.3 megapixel sensor, APS-c size, and no anti-aliasing filter. Now you have to understand here something. Pentax usually what it does, they don't remove they remove the anti-aliasing filter, but you can simulate one. So if you want to put back the anti-aliasing filter, you can do that in the menu. So this is the same sensor, you know, so it's no anti-aliasing filter on the sensor. Prime 4 engine with accelerator unit. Now Pentax Prime 4 engines, you know, processors, they are very good. I mean, they are the Pentax cameras, they are not famous about fast autofocusing, you know, and I would say that Pentax doesn't really give a big attention on the autofocus, you know, because they say like, we already know, everybody knows that we are not a fast focusing, so it doesn't really matter, you know. But if you are a landscape photographer or portrait photographer, and if you want image quality, Pentax sensors are excellent, I have to tell you. Now, super high sensitivity ISO 819,200. Now, in regards ISO, I have to tell you that with my K5, I had an experiment, you know. I used to have the Nikon D5100, I think, on that time, and the Nikon D7000. I'm not sure now, but something like that. And the Pentax KR and the K5 in the same time. Now, I was shooting with the Nikon and with the Pentax in the same time, the same lens, the same settings, everything, and same ISO settings. And the Pentax was lighter, like better exposed all the time. I don't know why. It's the same situation is with Sony, you know, like if you shoot with Sony cameras, you see that Sony cameras are a little bit better exposed than Nikon cameras. I don't know why. It's something is going on. I don't understand myself, you know, but that's the truth. So Pentax was very good, and also in noise reduction in the camera. If you shoot in JPEG, you know, it was just brilliant, very good. So Pixel shift resolution system with motion correction function. Now this is again very good because pixel shift resolution, it's something like Olympus's high resolution photo mode, and pixel shift resolution is excellent, you know, in the Pentax cameras. Again, over here, you know, in the K3 Mark II, they had the small problem, you know, that if you had some movement in the picture, you know, it wasn't really nice. Now they say that they corrected it. That's why it says with motion correction function. Now, anti-aliasing filter simulator, you know, that's again, like I told you at the beginning, there is no anti-aliasing filter, but you can simulate one. Convenient compact size, that's true. SR2 5-axis shake reduction system. Again, Pentax's image stabilization, they call it shake reduction. You know, it's very good. I cannot say anything else that it's very, very good. I mean, I used to own the Pentax K5, like I said, and the KR, and the included, you know, in-body image stabilization. It was just excellent, I tell you. So it's a 5-axis shake reduction. So supposedly it will be very good, like before. Approximately 100% optical viewfinder. Yes, that's great. 27-point autofocus. Like I said, don't expect, you know, like the Pentax camera will be very fast on autofocus. No. If you want sports camera, don't try the Pentax, you know. But if you are portrait photographer, landscape photographer, tell me, architectural photographer, studio photographer, Pentax cameras, they are simply great. But if you are landscape photographer, then you will enjoy Pentax cameras because you will be a lot outdoors. You will be in many different weather situations, and you will see that Pentax cameras, they are just excellent, very, very good. So 27-point autofocus is decent. Point-to-point autofocus, it's very good on Pentax cameras. That's not a problem. Usually the tracking is so-so, but I'm definitely sure that the 27-point autofocus will work out completely fine. So 1/6000th of a second high-speed shutter. Well, I wouldn't call this high-speed shutter because I would have been included the 1/8000th of a second, but 1/6000th is still better than 1/4000th of a second, which many cameras will have 1/4000th of a second, and it has 1/24,000th of a second electronic shutter. Now that's great because electronic shutter, it is just great. So we'll see. Tiltable LCD monitor, built-in Wi-Fi, used with image sync up, full HD movie recording. Yes, again, movie recording, I wouldn't say that it's a strong point of the Pentax cameras. I think that it's so-so. It's okay, but it's not nothing really what it will blow you away. You know, like if you want video, don't go towards the Pentax. So there is a full HD movie recording anyway. Exchangeable grip. Now, this is very, very interesting. I have to tell you, and I don't really understand why other manufacturers, they never thought about this. Because many people will complain about the grip, you know, that the grip is too big for me, the grip is too small for me. Well, Pentax avoided this issue. It's 3-size grip, so you can change yourself the grip, which one is better for you, you know. And that's, I think that it is excellent. I mean, customizable grip, you know, that's great. So smart function dial, yes, they have another dial in the front of the camera, and again, I have to tell you, Pentax cameras, they are very customizable, and there are a lot of custom settings, you know, what you can set, like how you like, you know, and I tell you that they are very good in this regards, you know. Customizable info screen control, again, customization, panel function buttons. Dust-proof, weather-resistant body, -10 Celsius cold-resistant construction. Yes, -10 Celsius is pretty good. It would have been better if it would be like -20 because in some situations in Europe, wintertime, you can have -20. But anyway, -10 is decent. I mean, it's pretty good. Now, if we look at some photos over here, you can see that the camera has a tilty screen. And it's a pity that it doesn't have a tilty flippy. but that would be the best, you know. But anyway, this is better than nothing, you know. Now if we look around here, you can see on the side of the camera, sorry, you can see here the connections, you know. It has a mic input, and let's see the back. This is how it looks from the back. This is how it looks from the front with the pop-up flash. Yes, look, lens selection, the price is $1,100. Probably it will be around 1,200 euro. Yeah, probably it will be about 1,200 euro. The price, you know, in US is $1,100. Now, like I told you, Pentax doesn't really have a great big lens selection, but in the same time, it is more than enough. You know, if you want a camera for landscape photography or something, you know, Pentax cameras, they are full width specification, and they have great lenses. That's true. And in the same time, you don't have to pay a lot of money. Usually they are on very affordable price. And this camera, I can say, is the small K1, you know, the little K1, I would say. And I am very, very curious, mostly on the ISO, you know, because the ISO 819,000, I think that it's interesting, you know, it's interesting. And I have to tell you that I'm very, very surprised on Pentax. I just saw a few days ago a video if Pentax is dying or not. Somebody said that Pentax will die. I wouldn't say Pentax will die. I would say that they will be on the market for a long time because they create some awesome cameras. And I have to tell you, like an ex-Pentax user, you know, I am tempted to buy this camera, honestly. I mean, it's especially after the release, you know, the price will be reduced, and I will buy this camera. You know, it's very, very, very interesting. It looks very interesting for still photography. So I hope that this video was helpful to you guys, and I hope that you liked it. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. And I have to tell you that Pentax is a very, very interesting company, and the customer support of Pentax is excellent. I mean, I used to call them. I had a small issue with the KR, you know, and I called them, and they were very, very professional how they handled the situation, you know. I don't want to explain now because it will be too long, you know, the video. Even now it's a little bit too long. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you my opinion about this new camera. I think it looks like it will be a great camera. I'm very curious about it, and I will probably try to put my hand on it. And it's a bit difficult in Ireland with Pentax because nobody wants to sell Pentax in Ireland. But I will try to put my hand on it somehow and to test it out. And probably I will buy it, who knows. I mean, I used to be a Pentax user, and maybe I get a Pentax camera just for the old time's sake, you know. So I hope that you liked this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. Other than that, I wish you a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.